Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we're going to be taking a look at something really awesome. As some of you may be aware, sheep have recently had a little bit of an upgrade. Now they drop mutton as well as wool, which is really useful, and it means that you can create a very high efficiency sheep farm that will not only produce quite a bit of wool, but also produce quite a bit of food. And that is exactly what I've been doing. I've been working hard, trying to come up with a design, and the one that you see in front of you I really like. It's fairly compact, it will slot in pretty much anywhere in your survival world, and I think you're gonna like it, so let's crack on. Now the way this works is really quite simple. All you have to do is hit this button here and you will see that all of the sheep begin to bob up and down. Now that makes life a little bit easier for you because that means you could just hold down the right click button with your wheat and you will see that the sheep get down to business, producing a whole bunch of little lambs, and they all head over to this side. Now what we have to do now, it's a little bit of a waiting game, is we have to wait for those guys to grow up and then we'll turn them into mutton. Now after a few minutes you will see that those baby sheep that you knew and loved have now turned into big burly manly sheep. And we need to do something about that. We're gonna kill them, we're just gonna kill them. All you have to do is hit this button here and you will see that they get set on fire, they burn to death. I'm sure it's fairly quick and painless. I'm totally lying there. It looks absolutely horrendous. In fact, I feel a little bit sorry for the poor guys, but on the bright side, we do get ourselves a whole bunch of cooked mutton and also a whole bunch of wool. So it's not all bad and you get yourself a ton of stuff, which is pretty nice. But anyway, that is all for the demonstration. Now it is time to crack on with that tutorial. So you want to get things started with a 4x5 area, and the first thing that I would suggest doing is creating the entire shape of the farm. So you want to go all the way along the bottom like this, so you've got 2 blocks just like that. And then you want to create this sort of circular shape and place down a bunch of blocks down the middle. Now it doesn't necessarily have to be glass, but I personally think it looks a whole bunch better. Next up, you just want to place 2 blocks along like this, and then you want to grab a chest, put it out the back here, as well as a couple of hoppers in the middle like that. Then you just want to go a couple more blocks up like this, a block here, and then fill in all of these blocks, and then create the same O shape on the opposite side. Now one thing that I will say is we are going to be removing little bits of this as we go, but I thought I would fill it all in just to begin with. Next up, you just want to place a block here with another piece of glass there, and then a block down in the middle with a sign underneath that block. And then you want to head back out, take out this glass block and that other glass block, and place a dispenser. Then replace this piece of glass and go over to the other side, and you just want to place a dispenser facing inwards. Now you might want to remove that block. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of placing and removing. Now onto the redstone side of things, and one thing that I quickly want to say is there is a very strange bug in the current snapshot that makes 1-tick repeaters look like 4-tick repeaters and 4-tick repeaters look like 1-tick repeaters. You'll understand it when I place some of them down. But anyway, the first thing that you want to do is you want to place a button right here and then chuck a water bucket into this dispenser. Now this is what is going to do the breeding, make all of your sheep bob up and down like you can see over there. Now the next thing that you want to do is place another button down here, take out this block and place a repeater, take out these 2 blocks and place a sticky piston down here with a block on its face, and then you just want to place a repeater, and as you can see it looks like it's on 4 ticks, but actually that one is meant to be on 1 tick. That repeater there has to be on 1 tick, and then you want to place another piece of redstone dust running into that block beneath the dispenser. Then you want to head back over to your piston and place a piece of redstone dust there, a block here, and then a repeater, set it to 4 ticks running into a block with redstone dust on the top, and that is all of your redstone complete. Now onto some of the final details. First off, you want to head over to this dispenser and chuck down a lava bucket. Then you want to head on out the outside. This isn't strictly necessary, but I would say it certainly helps out. You want to place a piece of wheat in the top one. That suggests that it's for breeding, and also some cooked mutton in the bottom one. That suggests that it is for the killing area. Now, one last thing that I would say, it's a nice little piece of advice, is if you want to replace this middle block here with a transparent block, that can potentially stop sheep from suffocating. It doesn't often happen, but it can happen, and that's a good way to prevent it. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is the high efficiency sheep farm all done and dusted. You don't have to worry about anything else from now on because it is complete and it is working well. But if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.